Hello there, and welcome to the Sleepy Science Channel. Tonight, we'll be drifting through the quiet science of healing, the remarkable system working inside you every second of your life. Even now, as you listen, trillions of cells are awake, exchanging signals, repairing damage, and keeping you alive with precision that rivals any machine on Earth. Every heartbeat is a surge of renewal. Every breath fuels a chain of microscopic repairs that never stops. Healing is not only what happens after injury. It is the constant process of balance and recalibration that defines being alive. If you enjoy these quiet journeys, I invite you to like, subscribe, or share a thought below. It helps others find their way here too, one sleepy soul at a time. But for now, just breathe. Let your eyes grow heavy and allow your mind to relax. Let's begin. Your body rebuilds itself every few years. Within you, renewal never stops. Cells live, serve, and quietly surrender, replaced by others that continue the work of being you. Bone cells exchange themselves over the span of years. The lining of your stomach refreshes within days. Even the surface of your skin is replaced in a slow, silent cascade. Almost everything that makes up your physical form today will one day be gone, yet the pattern remains. It is as if the body remembers the idea of itself and keeps sculpting toward it again and again. This constant rebuilding is not chaos. It is rhythm. It is the breath of biology, a cycle that never asks for rest. You are a living river made of changing cells, flowing through time while somehow staying whole. In every heartbeat, your body rewrites its story of survival and begins the quiet act of healing all over again. Some cells never stop repairing the same tissues. In the hidden layers of every organ, there are tireless workers whose only purpose is repair. These are the stem-like cells that linger in the background, waiting for a signal that something has gone wrong. In your skin, they replace the cells lost to friction and sunlight. In your intestines, they rebuild the lining that breaks down with each meal. In your muscles, they lie in silence until an injury wakes them. Once activated, they multiply and migrate, stitching new tissue into place with remarkable precision. They do this endlessly, cycling between rest and response, between quiet and motion. Some of these cells have been with you since before you were born, carrying a perfect memory of your body's original blueprint. They remind every system what whole feels like. Even when you are unaware, these unseen caretakers are restoring the body you live in, one silent repair at a time. Skin knows how to seal itself from the inside out. When the surface of your skin is broken, a tiny storm begins beneath it. Blood rushes to flood the wound, clotting into a protective seal. Fibroblasts move inward like builders, laying down scaffolding made of collagen. New skin cells then crawl across the hidden bridge from underneath, closing the gap in slow waves until the surface meets again. This movement does not come from the air above, but from the tissue below. The skin mends itself from the depths outward, guided by invisible gradients of chemistry and light. Nerves and vessels follow, restoring sensation and warmth. A scar is what remains of this delicate choreography, a visible reminder of an invisible wisdom. Even when you sleep, the same patterns continue in microscopic form, repairing the tiny tears of everyday life. The skin is not just protection. It is an artist that knows exactly how to paint itself whole. Bones can sense where they need to grow stronger. Your skeleton is far from still. Each bone listens to the pressures that move through it. When you walk, lift, stretch, or simply stand, tiny sensors called osteocytes detect where stress is greatest. They relay messages to cells that dissolve old mineral, and others that rebuild new. In this quiet communication, bones reshape themselves to fit the life you live. They thicken where you bear weight and hollow where rest is needed. Even after a fracture, the same system takes over, weaving mineral and collagen until strength returns. Every healed bone remembers the forces that shaped it and carries that memory into its structure. This is why astronauts lose density and weightlessness and regain it when they return. Your bones are not static pillars. They are living instruments tuned to gravity and movement. They respond to every rhythm, rebuilding their music beneath your skin. The liver is the only human organ that can regrow itself. Hidden beneath the ribs lies a remarkable organ that can perform the closest thing to regeneration known in human biology. The liver can lose a portion of its tissue and still rebuild itself to full size. When damage occurs, surviving cells divide rapidly, guided by a cascade of signals that awaken dormant genes. Blood vessels expand to feed the new growth, and the organ reorganizes itself as if remembering its former shape. This power of renewal is ancient, perhaps inherited from creatures that could once regrow entire limbs. Even when overworked, the liver continues its quiet service, cleansing the blood, balancing hormones, storing energy, and orchestrating chemistry. It never truly rests. Its ability to rebuild is a message of resilience written deep in the body's design. Within this soft, unassuming structure lives one of nature's clearest proofs that healing is an art our bodies were born to master. Nerves can find their way back by following chemical trails. When a nerve is injured, the body sets out a trail of molecular breadcrumbs. Cells at the damaged end release tiny chemical cues that guide the regrowth of the nerve fiber. Schwann cells are lean like lanterns along the old pathway, lighting the way back to the muscle or skin that once received its signal. Growth occurs slowly, millimeter by millimeter, as the nerve reaches across the gap toward reconnection. The brain waits patiently, sometimes for months, until sensation and movement return. The precision of this process is astonishing, as if the body remembers its own map. Not every journey ends perfectly, but the attempt never stops. Even when a connection cannot be restored, neighboring nerves may take on the role instead. Healing in the nervous system is a story of persistence, a quiet search for reunion, guided by chemistry, memory, and the desire to feel again. Your blood carries tiny messengers that call for repair crews. Each drop of blood is more than a river of red cells. It is a communication network. When tissue is damaged, fragments of broken cells release molecular distress signals. Platelets detect them and rush in to form a clot, but they also send chemical messages into circulation. These signals summon white blood cells, growth factors, and proteins that rebuild. Some of these messengers even travel to distant organs, preparing them for the task of repair. The bloodstream becomes a conversation, carrying news of what has happened and instructions for what must come next. This coordination happens in moments, faster than thought. While you rest, your circulatory system is not simply delivering oxygen, it is directing a vast, invisible choreography of healing. Every pulse carries not only life, but guidance, ensuring that every corner of the body knows where care is needed most. Sleep is when most cellular healing actually happens. When you drift into deep rest, the conscious world fades, but the biological world awakens. Growth hormone surges, instructing cells to divide and repair. Muscles knit torn fibers. The immune system reviews the day's encounters, marking intruders and storing memories. Even your brain performs housekeeping, washing away the chemical clutter of thought through waves of cerebrospinal fluid. This nightly restoration is one of nature's oldest rituals. Without it, small wounds linger, stress accumulates, and clarity dims. Sleep is not a pause. It is a secret workshop that opens only when you let go. Each night, your body performs millions of unseen miracles, repairing DNA, calming inflammation, balancing hormones, and resetting the rhythms of the heart. The deeper the rest, the stronger the healing. As you close your eyes, your cells begin their silent shift from survival to renewal, working through the darkness to bring you back to light. Even your DNA has a built-in repair toolkit. Every moment of every day, strands of DNA inside your cells are damaged by sunlight, toxins, or even the simple act of breathing. Yet they rarely stay broken for long. Enzymes patrol the double helix like caretakers, scanning for errors and stitching the code back together. Some correct single letters of the genetic script, while others rebuild entire sections. This molecular craftsmanship happens millions of times a day without you ever knowing it. When repair succeeds, the cell continues its life unharmed. When it fails, systems awaken to recycle or replace the cell entirely. The body treats damaged DNA not as tragedy, but as a call to adapt and restore. This quiet precision is part of why life endures against constant change. Deep within every cell, evolution has left you a toolkit for resilience, ensuring that even your genetic story knows how to heal itself. Sunlight helps trigger the body's natural healing rhythms. Morning light is not just warmth or brightness, it is a signal. When it touches your eyes and skin, it resets the body's clock, synchronizing hormones that control sleep, metabolism, and recovery. Ultraviolet light helps the skin produce vitamin D, which in turn strengthens bones and supports immune balance. Light also reaches the brain, where it influences serotonin, lifting mood and stabilizing the nervous system. Too little exposure and healing slows too much, and the same energy can harm. The key lies in balance. Our biology evolved in partnership with the rising and setting of the sun, using its rhythm as a compass for when to grow, rest, and repair. Standing in gentle sunlight each morning quietly tells your body that life continues, that cycles persist, and that healing is a daily ceremony written in light. Wounds remember how they healed before. Deep within the layers of the skin, a faint memory lingers. When an old wound site is injured again, the surrounding cells respond more quickly than before. It is as if the tissue remembers the choreography of recovery. Immune cells move faster, stem cells awaken sooner, and blood vessels begin to form without hesitation. Scientists believe the body stores information about previous injuries, leaving a biological trace that primes the area for future repair. Even scars can hold these memories, shaping how new tissue forms in their place. Healing, then, is not simply a reaction but an adaptation, a learned rhythm refined by experience. The body becomes wiser each time it mends itself, carrying forward lessons of resilience. In its quiet language, every healed wound is a teacher, showing the next one how to find its way back to wholeness. Stress can quietly slow the body's repair process. When stress lingers too long, healing begins to falter. The body floods itself with cortisol, a hormone designed to prepare you for danger, not recovery. Blood flow shifts toward muscles instead of skin and digestion, leaving wounds and organs waiting for their share of nutrients. Inflammation becomes confused, rising when it should fade. Even the immune cells that close injuries lose their precision. Chronic stress also alters the body's timing, disrupting the daily rhythm of hormone release that guides cellular repair. This does not happen all at once, but in subtle delays, like a song played just off tempo. Fortunately, the opposite is also true. Calmness restores balance. Deep breathing, laughter, and rest reset the signals, allowing the chemistry of repair to resume. Beneath every stressful day lies the potential for renewal, waiting only for the body to feel safe enough to begin again. Laughter changes hormones that support healing. When you laugh, your body becomes an orchestra of restoration. Muscles release tension, the diaphragm massages the internal organs, and the heart rate rises briefly before falling into a steadier rhythm. The brain floods with endorphins, natural chemicals that ease pain and heighten a sense of calm. Immune cells respond as well, increasing in number and activity. Blood vessels expand, improving circulation to every corner of the body. Laughter's sound may seem light, but its effects run deep, touching chemistry, emotion, and energy all at once. Even short bursts can reduce the stress hormones that delay recovery. The body treats joy as medicine and humor as a spark of renewal. Shared laughter amplifies the effect, synchronizing heartbeats and breath between people. In that brief harmony, healing becomes social as well as biological, proving that the science of recovery is not always silent or still. Tears contain enzymes that protect against infection. Every tear that falls is more than salt and water. Within it flows lysozyme, an enzyme capable of breaking down the cell walls of bacteria. This natural defense coats the eyes, keeping them clear and protected from the world's constant exposure. Emotional tears also differ from those produced by irritation. They contain traces of stress hormones, helping the body release chemical tension through the act of crying. As tears run down your cheeks, they carry both emotion and biochemistry away from the body, creating a subtle sense of relief. Crying is often seen as a symbol of vulnerability, yet it is a precise self-regulating mechanism. The body uses it to cleanse, to balance, and to guard. Even something as soft as a teardrop reveals a profound truth of biology, that emotion and immunity are woven together, and that healing often begins when we let something go. Your gut lining replaces itself every few days. The digestive tract is lined with cells that live brief, intense lives. Bathed in acid, enzymes, and bacteria, they endure one of the harshest environments in the body. To survive, the lining renews itself every few days, creating a fresh surface capable of absorbing nutrients while keeping harmful invaders out. Stem cells at the base of each microscopic fold divide rapidly, sending new cells upward to replace those that have completed their duty. As old ones slough away, the gut remains intact, continuous, and resilient. This constant rebuilding protects not only digestion, but also immunity, since much of the body's defense network resides here. When balance is lost, fatigue and inflammation can follow, but even then, the gut begins rebuilding almost immediately. In its unending renewal, the digestive system shows one of the purest expressions of life's determination to keep repairing itself. The heart can regrow a little bit of its own tissue. For centuries, the heart was thought to be an organ that could never renew itself. Yet deep within its muscle lie small populations of cells capable of limited regeneration. These specialized cells awaken when damage occurs, dividing and differentiating to replace lost tissue. The process is slow and incomplete, but it reveals a remarkable potential. Even adult hearts form new blood vessels after injury, building subtle bypasses to maintain circulation. Exercise, rest, and emotional peace help support this regeneration by improving oxygen flow and reducing inflammation. The heart's rhythm, its endless pulse, is not only a sign of persistence, but of ongoing creation. Each beat sends signals that encourage repair throughout the cardiovascular system. The organ that never sleeps does more than keep you alive. It continually strives to heal itself, proving that renewal can exist even in the most tireless places of the body. New blood vessels sprout like roots in a healing wound. When tissue is injured, the surrounding cells send urgent messages for oxygen and nutrients. In response, Nearby vessels release chemical signals that call endothelial cells into action. These cells migrate outward, forming thin tubes that reach into the wound like tiny roots growing through soil. The process, known as angiogenesis, transforms a patch of damaged tissue into a network of new circulation. Once these vessels connect, oxygen begins to flow, and the landscape of healing changes. The pale wound turns pink as life returns beneath it. Over time, the network stabilizes, maturing into permanent channels that will feed the regenerated tissue for years to come. This hidden garden of capillaries shows how deeply nature understands balance. Growth follows damage, and renewal follows loss. Within every scar lies a forest of vessels that once reached for light. Platelets are the first responders of the bloodstream. The moment the skin is breached, an invisible alarm sounds. Platelets, small cell fragments drifting quietly through the bloodstream, sense the change in pressure and chemical composition. They rush to the site, sticking together to form a temporary seal that stops the bleeding. But their role does not end there. Platelets release a cascade of growth factors that attract immune cells, stimulate collagen production, and encourage the birth of new vessels. They are messengers as well as protectors, carrying instructions that guide the next stages of recovery. Without them, wounds would remain open and unorganized. Their timing is astonishingly precise, arriving within seconds of injury. Long after the surface closes, traces of their guidance remain in the molecular patterns of the healed tissue. In the grand orchestra of healing, these tiny fragments play the first note, setting the rhythm that every other cell will follow. Scars are collagen's way of patching the past. When the body cannot perfectly restore original tissue, it improvises. Fibroblasts rush in and lay down collagen fibers, forming a dense weave that closes the wound quickly. This network is stronger but less flexible than the skin that came before. It lacks sweat glands, hair follicles, and the subtle textures of normal tissue, yet it protects what lies beneath. Over time, the collagen reorganizes itself, softening and aligning with the natural lines of the body. Some scars fade until they are nearly invisible, while others remain as quiet signatures of survival. Each one is a compromise between speed and precision, between saving life and preserving beauty. Scars tell the story of resilience written in tissue. They remind the body of what it has endured and, more importantly, what it has overcome. Beneath every mark lies a memory of the moment the body refused to give up. Some people's skin can heal without leaving scars at all. Rare individuals display a remarkable phenomenon called scarless healing. Their wombs regenerate with a precision more often seen in early development than in adulthood. The process involves balanced information, rapid collagen remodeling, and perfectly synchronized cell migration. Scientists study these unique patterns, hoping to learn how to guide ordinary healing towards similar results. In newborns, this ability is nearly universal as we age. It fades. Yet researchers are discovering ways to reactivate it through gentle manipulation of growth factors and electrical signals. Scarless repair could one day restore not just appearance, but function after major injuries. For now, it remains a glimpse of what the human body may still be capable of. Every time a wound closes seamlessly, it whispers of an older blueprint hidden within us, a memory of when regeneration was effortless and healing left no trace behind. Deep breathing alters genes linked to stress repair. Slow, deliberate breathing does far more than calm the mind. It sends a wave of mechanical and chemical signals through the body, shifting the balance of the nervous system. Heart rate slows, blood vessels widen, and stress hormones begin to fall. In the cells, genes associated with inflammation and oxidative stress quiet down, while those linked to repair and energy metabolism grow more active. Oxygen levels rise, improving the performance of mitochondria, the powerhouses that fuel every act of recovery. Over time, this simple rhythm of inhalation and exhalation rewires the body's chemistry toward healing. Ancient practices like meditation and yoga used this knowledge intuitively, long before science measured it. Each breath is both a messenger and a medicine, shaping the state of your cells with every gentle expansion of your lungs. The brain can rewire itself after injury. Neurons communicate through elaborate networks, but those networks are not fixed. When damage occurs, surrounding cells form new connections to take over lost functions. This capacity, known as neuroplasticity, allows the brain to adapt, reorganizing itself to preserve movement, memory, or emotion. Even after severe trauma, the brain's structure remains fluid, guided by activity and repetition. Therapy, learning, and sensory experiences all help strengthen new pathways. It is as if the brain redraws its own map whenever parts of the landscape change. The process may take months or years, but it continues for a lifetime. Every time you learn a new skill or overcome a mental challenge, neuroplasticity is at work. Healing in the brain is not about replacing what was lost. It is about finding new routes for life to flow through. In this quiet flexibility lies one of biology's most hopeful truths. Memories can be rewritten by emotional healing. Memories are not stored like photographs. They are reassembled each time they are recalled. When emotion or understanding changes, so can the memory itself. Therapy, reflection, and new experiences can soften the impact of painful recollections, altering the chemical patterns in the brain that hold them. This process does not erase history, it reframes it. The amygdala, hippocampus, and prefrontal cortex work together to update old stories with new meaning. In this way, emotional healing becomes physical, reshaping neural connections and reducing stress signals that ripple through the body. It is possible to remember without reliving, to hold the past without being held by it. Healing, then, is not forgetting but transforming, turning wounds of the mind into wisdom. Each time the brain revisits a painful memory with compassion, it rebuilds itself in gentler form. Hope can shift hormone levels toward regeneration. Belief in recovery changes the chemistry of the body. Hope influences the release of dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins, all of which support immune balance and cellular repair. When you anticipate improvement, the nervous system relaxes, circulation improves, and inflammation begins to subside. Scientists have observed that patients with strong hope often heal faster, not through magic, but through measurable shifts in hormones and neurotransmitters. Hope quiets fear, and fear is one of the greatest obstacles to recovery. It reminds the body that effort is worth making, that energy should be spent on rebuilding instead of retreating. Even the smallest spark of expectation can trigger a cascade of physiological change. The body listens to what the mind believes, translating optimism into chemistry. Hope, in its most scientific form, is a biological signal to keep moving toward life. Meditation speeds up cellular recovery after stress. When the mind rests in stillness, the body follows. Heart rate slows, breathing deepens, and waves of calm energy move through the nervous system. Under the surface, measurable changes occur. The activity of genes associated with inflammation decreases, while antioxidant and repair pathways become more active. Cortisol, the stress hormone, drops to levels that allow tissue regeneration to proceed unhindered. Regular meditation improves sleep quality and strengthens immune function. giving the body more time and resources to mend itself. The effect compounds over time as daily practice reinforces a baseline of calm. What feels like quiet awareness is, in truth, a physiological rebalancing. The brain's rhythms entrain the body's rhythms, bringing heart, breath, and cells into harmony. In that stillness, the body rediscovers its natural tempo, the pace at which true healing unfolds. Gratitude changes the heart's electrical patterns. The heart does more than pump blood, it communicates through electric and magnetic fields that shift with emotion. When gratitude arises, heart rhythms become smooth and coherent, syncing with breathing and brain waves. This state improves circulation and reduces stress hormones, allowing the immune system to operate more efficiently. People who cultivate daily gratitude show lower levels of inflammation and better recovery after illness or surgery. The feeling itself activates the parasympathetic nervous system, signaling safety and restoration. Gratitude redirects attention from what is missing to what endures, creating a physiological environment in which growth becomes possible. Even silent appreciation for a single moment can change the body's inner weather. The heart listens to thought as surely as it does to blood flow, and it beats differently when it recognizes peace. Compassion lowers the body's baseline of cortisol. Cortisol, the hormone of alertness and stress, keeps the body ready for challenge, but in excess, it becomes corrosive. Acts of compassion, whether offered or received, have been shown to reduce cortisol levels and promote healing. When empathy engages, the brain releases oxytocin, a hormone that counters fear and tension. Blood pressure decreases, digestion improves, and the immune system becomes more responsive. Compassion creates a physiological shift toward safety, signaling the body that it can resume maintenance and repair. Even imagining kindness can produce measurable changes, lowering heart rate and increasing feelings of warmth. Healing is not always solitary. It often begins in the simple recognition of shared humanity. Through compassion, chemistry becomes connection, and the biology of care transforms into the science of recovery. Placebo healing is real chemistry, triggered by belief. When a person believes that healing has begun, the brain releases natural opioids, endorphins, and dopamine. These substances ease pain, regulate mood, and influence immune function. The effect is not imaginary, but measurable, rooted in the same pathways used by actual medicines. Placebo responses demonstrate the body's capacity to turn expectation into biology. The belief acts as a signal, telling the nervous system that recovery is underway, prompting every organ to align with that story. The effect can even be seen in imaging studies, where regions of the brain involved in pain and stress become quieter under belief alone. This reveals something profound about human nature. Healing begins in perception and spreads outward. When the mind envisions wellness, the body listens carefully and tries to make it true. Pain can lessen when someone simply listens. Pain is not only physical, it is shaped by attention and emotion. When someone listens with empathy, the nervous system relaxes and the intensity of discomfort can decrease. Studies have shown that the act of being heard reduces activity in brain regions linked to suffering. The listener becomes part of the healing process, creating a space where tension releases and the body feels safe enough to lower its guard. Communication releases oxytocin, which dampens the stress response and encourages recovery. This is why supportive care can improve medical outcomes even without new treatments. Human connection alters physiology, turning compassion into measurable change. Healing often begins not with medicine or movement, but with presence. The sound of another heartbeat, patient and kind, can remind your body that it is not alone in its effort to mend. The immune system has a memory of every battle it fought. Every infection you survive leaves a trace in the form of specialized cells that remember the invader. The next time the same threat appears, these sentinels respond instantly, producing antibodies before symptoms can begin. This biological memory can last for years, sometimes for a lifetime. It is the reason vaccines work and why childhood illnesses often never return. Memory cells patrol quietly through the blood and live, vigilant but unobtrusive. They represent the cumulative history of your encounters with the world, a living archive written in protein and pattern. The immune system does not forget easily, it evolves with you, growing wiser with every challenge. It is a library of resilience, proof that each recovery makes you more capable of the next. Beneath the surface, your body keeps the story of its victories close, ready to protect you again. Fever is a kind of cleansing fire for the body. When infection strikes, the body raises its temperature on purpose. The rise is not an accident, but a calculated act of defense. Heat accelerates immune reactions, speeds up the creation of white blood cells, and weakens invading microbes that prefer cooler environments. At the same time, the body releases proteins that direct immune cells where to go, creating a coordinated surge of protection. The sensation of warmth and fatigue is simply your body investing energy in battle. As the fever peaks, chemical byproducts are burned away, toxins are neutralized, and damaged cells are recycled. When the threat has passed, the brain resets the thermostat to normal, allowing calm to return. Though uncomfortable, a fever is a kind of purification, a reminder that heat itself can be medicine. Within that inner fire, the body remembers how to defend its balance and reclaim its peace. White blood cells communicate with light pulses. Within your bloodstream, immune cells move like explorers across a vast landscape. They find each other using chemical cues, but they also communicate in flashes of faint light called biophotons. These tiny bursts of energy carry information about activity, distress, and coordination. It is as though the immune system speaks in photons, broadcasting quiet signals of readiness and repair. Scientists have observed these pulses during immune responses, suggesting that light might be another layer of biological language. Every cell emits some level of biophoton activity, but immune cells seem particularly fluid. Through this luminous conversation, the body maintains coherence, even in the chaos of infection. The discovery reminds us that we are not only matter but light, our healing guided by invisible radiance. Deep within your blood, a silent glow is at work, connecting cell to cell in a timeless dialogue of restoration. The brain releases endorphins during healing sleep. As you drift into deep rest, the brain enters a phase of intense maintenance. Endorphins, the body's natural painkillers, are released to ease tension and repair stress pathways built up during the day. These molecules bind to receptors that quiet the signals of discomfort, allowing the nervous system to shift its focus toward recovery. While the mind dreams, tissues across the body receive instructions to rebuild proteins, strengthen membranes, and balance immune activity. The chemistry of sleep is far from still. It is the most active form of healing you experience each day. Endorphins do more than soothe, they help regulate mood, heart rhythm, and energy balance. As you sink into stillness, this internal medicine flows freely, guiding the body back to equilibrium. The comfort of morning after a full night's rest is not coincidence, but evidence of the body's ongoing conversation with peace. Cells whisper to each other using electromagnetic fields. Every cell carries an electric charge and emits a faint field around itself. These tiny currents are not random. They guide development, repair, and communication. When a tissue is injured, surrounding cells alter their fields to attract immune and repair cells, creating an invisible map that directs healing. This electrical whispering helps coordinate the rebuilding of tissue long before hormones or chemicals arrive. Scientists have found that altering these fields can speed or slow recovery, showing how energy and biology are deeply intertwined. Within you, trillions of cells constantly adjust their signals, ensuring harmony in the living community they form. It is a network of light and electricity, orchestrated with the precision of a symphony you cannot hear. The quiet exchange of energy is one of nature's oldest languages, a reminder that healing begins with connection long before it becomes visible. Your heart emits a magnetic field detectable several feet away. Every beat of the heart generates an electromagnetic pulse strong enough to be measured outside the body. This field is not confined to the chest, it extends into the space around you, changing with every emotion and breath. Scientists have recorded subtle shifts that correspond to calmness, stress, and compassion. The heart's magnetic rhythm synchronizes with brain activity, influencing mood and focus. When you are at peace, the field becomes smooth and coherent, guiding the entire nervous system into harmony. In moments of anxiety, it becomes jagged, signaling imbalance. This invisible energy also resonates with those nearby, creating subtle connections between people. The heart is more than a pump. It is a conductor, shaping the body's symphony of signals. Within its steady rhythm lies the body's most powerful broadcast of balance, a magnetic reminder that healing radiates both inward and outward. Wounds heal faster when the body's clock is in sync. Your internal clock, known as the circadian rhythm, governs nearly every process in the body, including how quickly you heal. Cells involved in tissue repair follow daily patterns, performing best when your sleep, meals, and activity match natural cycles of light and dark. During nighttime, the body increases production of growth hormone and melatonin, both essential for cellular renewal. In daylight, cortisol and alertness rise, fueling immune surveillance and circulation. When the rhythm is disrupted by irregular sleep or stress, wounds may close more slowly and inflammation can linger. Aligning daily habits with the rhythm of the sun helps restore balance. Morning light, consistent rest, and regular nourishment remind the body when to repair and when to rest. Healing is not only chemistry, but timing. When your internal and external worlds move together, recovery becomes part of your natural rhythm of life. Blue light can help heal certain skin conditions. Not all light harms. Specific wavelengths of blue light can help treat acne, eczema, and other skin conditions by targeting bacteria and calming inflammation. When used carefully, these gentle rays penetrate the skin's surface, activating molecules that disrupt harmful microbes without damaging surrounding tissue. At the same time, the light influences immune cells in the skin, prompting them to restore balance rather than overreact. This therapy mimics part of the natural spectrum found in daylight, but is controlled and precise. While the sun's ultraviolet light can injure, blue light in moderation serves as medicine. It is a delicate reminder that nature's energy can heal as easily as it can harm. When the right frequency meets the right purpose, light becomes a partner in recovery, offering a silent, luminous hand in the body's constant effort to return to equilibrium. Red light stimulates collagen and tissue repair. Deep within the body, certain wavelengths of red light awaken the mitochondria, the energy producers inside cells. This stimulation boosts the production of ATP, the molecule that fuels every process of life. When tissues are injured, they require more energy to rebuild. Red light therapy provides this spark, helping fibroblasts create collagen and strengthening blood vessel formation. The effect is gentle, natural, and cumulative, restoring vitality from the inside out. Athletes use it to reduce muscle soreness, and doctors apply it to help wounds close faster. The soft glow does not burn or damage, it nourishes. Light, once thought to be purely external, becomes an internal medicine, feeding energy to the body's smallest engines. Each cell absorbs the glow, turning it into motion, repair, and resilience. Within that radiant hum, the body remembers that energy and healing are two sides of the same song. Stem cells wait in the body like seeds in the soil. Throughout your body rest countless stem cells, lying dormant in bone marrow, skin, muscles, and organs. They wait patiently until they are called by damage or disease. When a signal arrives, they awaken, divide, and transform into the exact cell types needed for repair. These cells carry no fixed identity, only potential, a kind of biological memory of possibility. Their activity slows with age, but never disappears entirely. Even in later years, they respond to injury, quietly renewing what can be restored. Scientists study them closely, searching for ways to awaken their full potential. The existence of these cellular seeds reveals how the body always holds reserves of hope within itself. Every moment, unseen gardens of possibility lie under the surface, ready to grow at the first whisper of need. Healing begins not from outside help, but from the quiet readiness already waiting within. Old cells can be reprogrammed back to youth. In laboratories around the world, scientists have discovered how to rewind a cell's biological clock. By introducing specific proteins, adult cells can revert to a youthful, stem-like state, capable of dividing and renewing almost endlessly. This discovery, inspired by nature's own regenerative patterns, may one day allow damaged tissues to be repaired from within. Even without scientific intervention, the body performs smaller versions of this renewal daily, clearing damaged parts and rebuilding fresh ones. The concept challenges the old belief that aging is a one-way path. Within every cell lies the blueprint of youth, a memory of perfect function that can sometimes be reawakened. This research carries immense promise, a glimpse into a future where medicine might not just heal, but restore. The idea itself is a reminder that the body's story of life is not linear, but circular, always seeking renewal. Exercise signals the body to start regenerative pathways. Movement is one of the body's oldest medicines. When muscles contract, they release chemical messengers called myokines, which travel through the blood to organs, instructing them to repair and rejuvenate. Exercise increases circulation, sending oxygen and nutrients to tissues in need. It also stimulates the production of stem cells in bone marrow, encouraging growth and replacement where it is needed most. The process reduces inflammation and balances hormones, turning effort into healing. Even gentle movement, such as walking or stretching, ignites these pathways. The body reads activity as a sign of life and responds with renewal. The quiet ache after exercise is not damage but communication, a language the body understands as progress. In motion, every cell is reminded of its purpose. Through this elegant feedback loop, movement becomes not only strength but restoration, proving that healing thrives in the rhythm of action. Microbiomes in the gut help wounds heal on the skin. Inside the digestive system lives a vast community of bacteria, fungi, and viruses that influence health far beyond digestion. This microbiome trains the immune system, moderates inflammation, and even affects how the skin heals. When gut bacteria are balanced, they produce short-chain fatty acids and other compounds that travel through the bloodstream, calming immune cells and supporting repair in distant tissues. When the balance is disrupted, inflammation can rise everywhere, making wounds slower to close. Restoring the microbiome through fiber, fermented foods, and rest brings harmony back to the system. The gut and the skin share constant dialogue, connected through nerves, hormones, and chemistry. The old idea that healing happens in isolation fades. Here, the body works as one. A peaceful stomach can mean peaceful skin, proof that inner balance always reveals itself outwardly. Some bacteria teach the immune system how to calm down. Not all microbes are enemies. Certain bacteria found in the body play the role of teachers, guiding immune cells to recognize what is dangerous and what is harmless. These friendly microbes interact with dendritic cells and T cells, showing them how to respond with balance rather than overreaction. Without these lessons, the immune system might attack harmless particles or even its own tissues. Modern life sometimes limits our exposure to these microbial mentors, which may explain rising rates of allergies and autoimmune conditions. Reconnecting with natural environments and diverse diets helps reintroduce this forgotten education. Within your body, harmony depends on conversation. The bacteria that live with you are not passengers. They are collaborators, helping your immune system learn the difference between war and peace. Through their guidance, the art of healing becomes an act of understanding rather than constant defense. Inflammation is both destruction and the beginning of repair. When tissue is injured, inflammation arrives as the first response. It is redness, heat, swelling, and pain. But it is also preparation. Blood vessels open to allow immune cells to flood in, clearing debris and pathogens. The process feels harsh because it is meant to protect. Once the danger passes, anti-inflammatory molecules are released to cool the reaction and signal rebuilding to begin. The same fire that breaks down damaged cells also awakens the systems that create new ones. Trouble comes only when the fire never goes out. Chronic inflammation consumes energy and delays renewal. True healing depends on balance, the moment when destruction gracefully steps aside for creation. Information is not the enemy, but the spark that lights the way to recovery, reminding us that every act of restoration begins with change. Your blood changes its chemistry during emotional stress. Emotions are not confined to the mind. When you feel fear or anger, the body responds as if facing physical danger. Adrenaline floods the blood, tightening vessels and increasing heart rate, while immune cells shift into defensive mode. Over time, this chemistry can become exhausting, reducing the resources needed for healing. Positive emotions have the opposite effect, relaxing vessels and improving oxygen delivery to tissues. The blood becomes calmer, carrying more growth factors and fewer inflammatory signals. Each emotion leaves a trace in your circulation, shaping how the body repairs itself. This connection between feeling and physiology is not metaphor, but measurement. The heart and brain constantly exchange information, adjusting chemistry to match experience. Healing begins not only with medicine, but with mood. Proof that how we feel changes what we are made of. Healing requires tiny electrical currents through tissues. Every living cell carries a voltage across its membrane, a potential that directs growth and repair. When skin breaks or tissue is damaged, the surrounding voltage pattern shifts, creating an electrical signal that tells nearby cells where to move. Fibroblasts, keratinocytes, and immune cells follow this current toward the wound, guided like metal shavings to a magnet. Scientists have measured these tiny fields and found that applying similar currents can accelerate recovery. Electricity is not separate from biology. It is one of its oldest tools. Long before medicine, life learned to guide itself with charge and polarity. These microscopic currents act as compasses of repair, aligning cells until balance is restored. Beneath the visible layers of healing lies this invisible force, steady and quiet, carrying the blueprint of order back into the chaos of injury. Your body produces natural antioxidants in response to injury. When tissue is damaged, unstable molecules called free radicals multiply, threatening to harm nearby cells. To counter this, the body produces antioxidants such as glutathione, catalase, and superoxide dismutase. These compounds neutralize the radicals, preventing further damage and creating a safe environment for rebuilding. This self-made defense system is incredibly adaptive, increasing production where it is needed most. Diet, rest, and emotional calm all support this natural chemistry, but the body itself provides the first line of protection. These antioxidants not only shield cells, but also send signals that trigger repair. They transform chaos into balance, allowing energy to be used for growth rather than defense. Healing is as much about managing energy as it is about rebuilding tissue. In every recovery, the body performs a quiet act of chemistry, turning instability into harmony once again. Chronic pain can be retrained out of the nervous system. When pain persists long after an injury has healed, the problem often lies in the brain, not the body. Neural pathways that once signaled danger continue to fire, even without a current threat. This learned pain can be softened and eventually unlearned through therapy, movement, and focused awareness. Techniques that retrain the nervous system teach the brain to reinterpret signals, reducing the intensity of perception. Over time, new connections form, and the alarm grows quieter. This process is not imagination, but genuine rewiring, proof of the nervous system's adaptability. The journey is gradual but deeply empowering, turning chronic suffering into an invitation to rebuild the body's internal communication. Pain once meant protection, healing means teaching safety again. The nervous system listens closely, and when it understands that you are no longer in danger, it begins to let go. The human voice can change heart rate variability. The act of speaking, humming, or singing alters the flow of air, vibration, and emotion through the body. These vibrations influence the vagus nerve, which connects the brain to the heart and many other organs. When the voice moves gently and rhythmically, heart rate variability increases, signaling calmness and resilience. This variability is a measure of how well your body adapts to stress. Singing or softly speaking to yourself can slow breathing and balance the nervous system. Even listening to comforting tones creates harmony between heartbeat and breath. The voice becomes a bridge between thought and physiology, a living instrument that tunes the body toward ease. Every vibration carries information, reminding the heart of safety. Through sound, we practice self-regulation, transforming air and tone into medicine. The voice, simple and human, is one of the oldest healing tools we possess. Singing together synchronizes breathing and heartbeats. When people sing as one, their breathing naturally aligns, and the rhythms of their hearts begin to follow. This phenomenon, called physiological synchronization, creates a shared state of calm and unity. The group's collective rhythm slows the stress response and releases oxytocin, deepening connection and safety. Choirs and communal chanting traditions have long known this secret, using harmony to bring peace to the body and the mind. Science now confirms what ancient cultures understood intuitively. Sound can merge individual rhythms into something larger than the self. The shared vibration lowers blood pressure, steadies breath, and quiets the nervous system. Singing is not just art or worship, it is physiology. In the joined breath of a song, the body remembers community and trust. Healing becomes collective, carried on the same air, beating gently in time with others. The vagus nerve connects emotion to immune response. Running from the brainstem down through the heart, lungs, and gut, the vagus nerve forms one of the most powerful pathways in the human body. It carries signals between emotion, digestion, and immunity, ensuring that how you feel shapes how you heal. When calmness is restored, the vagus nerve activates the parasympathetic system, lowering heart rate and promoting restoration. It tells immune cells to stand down once danger has passed, allowing inflammation to fade. Deep breathing, humming, and slow exhalation all stimulate this nerve, sending a message of safety that travels through every organ it touches. When you experience compassion or connection, this same pathway hums quietly with life, translating peace into physiology. The vagus nerve is a bridge between thought and tissue, between love and chemistry, proof that healing is not only biological, but deeply emotional at its core. Chronic loneliness can suppress the body's healing. Isolation does more than affect the mind, it alters the body's chemistry. Without regular connection, the nervous system stays alert, as if scanning for danger. Stress hormones rise, blood pressure creeps upward, and immune cells shift toward a defensive posture rather than repair. Inflammation increases even when no injury is present, and the rhythms of sleep and digestion fall out of sync. The absence of touch and shared laughter deprives the body of oxytocin and serotonin, both crucial for healing. Connection, even in brief moments, reverses this chemistry. The simple presence of another person or the sound of a kind voice tells the brain that safety has returned. From that reassurance, healing begins again. The body does not thrive in solitude. It is designed for relationship. Within genuine companionship, biology remembers how to rest, rebuild, and believe once more in its own renewal. Love, literally, strengthens the immune system. The chemistry of affection is measurable. Acts of love release oxytocin, a hormone that reduces stress and amplifies immune response. When people feel cared for, levels of antibodies in their blood rise, inflammation decreases, and recovery time shortens. Love slows the heartbeat, steadies breathing, and aligns hormonal cycles across the body. Even thinking of someone with warmth can alter your physiology, triggering cascades of beneficial chemistry. This is why patients with strong emotional support often heal faster. Love is not simply emotion, but energy shared between nervous systems, rewriting the conditions inside cells. It softens the grip of fear and creates a biochemical environment where regeneration can unfold. The pulse of affection resonates through the body, whispering safety to every organ. In that calm, the immune system finds its balance, working not in isolation, but in harmony with the feeling of being held. Touch between friends reduces blood pressure. The warmth of skin against skin does more than comfort, it triggers an immediate physiological response. Gentle touch releases oxytocin and lowers cortisol, reducing blood pressure and heart rate. The body reads contact as safety, signaling that danger has passed. When two people share touch in trust, their nervous systems synchronize, creating a mutual calm that ripples through both hearts. In hospitals, simple hand-holding can ease pain and anxiety, speeding recovery for patients and caregivers alike. The same mechanism explains why massage therapy, hugs, or even stroking a pet can soothe the mind and stabilize the body. Touch is an ancient medicine, predating speech and technology, written into our DNA as a language of reassurance. Every time skin meets skin in kindness, the body remembers its place in the web of connection and begins to heal under the quiet guidance of belonging. Infants heal faster when held close. Newborns thrive through closeness. Skin-to-skin contact stabilizes their heart rate, breathing, and temperature, while reducing stress hormones. Babies held gently recover faster from illness and gain weight more steadily. The warmth and rhythm of another heartbeat teach their nervous systems how to regulate themselves. Even premature infants show dramatic improvement when they are touched or cradled regularly. This intimate connection shapes the foundation of health throughout life, imprinting the body with the knowledge that safety supports healing. The chemistry of contact releases oxytocin and endorphins, promoting relaxation and resilience. Hospitals around the world now practice kangaroo care, where infants rest on a parent's chest, absorbing warmth and security. The effect is both emotional and biological, proof that love is not abstract, but cellular. The body learns its first lesson about repair from the comfort of another's arms, where recovery begins with a heartbeat. Empathy activates the same brain regions as pain relief. When you feel compassion for someone in pain, your own brain releases endorphins and activates pathways that mirror theirs. This shared response does not simply create understanding, it creates comfort. Empathy triggers the release of oxytocin, softens the stress response, and stimulates regions in the prefrontal cortex that calm the nervous system. The effect ripples inward, easing tension and even reducing the perception of your own discomfort. When you offer empathy, both bodies benefit. It becomes a feedback loop of biological kindness, where feeling with another translates to healing for both. Neuroscience reveals that this connection is deeply physical, linking emotion to immunity and hormone balance. The warmth of shared experience lights neural circuits, once thought purely cognitive. Compassion is not just moral virtue, it is measurable science, showing how deeply our biology responds to care, understanding, and gentle presence. Oxytocin is both the hormone of bonding and repair. Often called the love hormone, oxytocin does far more than influence emotion. It circulates through the bloodstream, calming the nervous system, reducing inflammation, and supporting the growth of new tissue. It helps wounds close faster by promoting blood vessel formation and collagen synthesis. Oxytocin also modulates immune function, quieting excessive reactions and encouraging balance. Its release is triggered by touch, trust, laughter, and shared experience. When relationships feel secure, this hormone flows freely, guiding the body toward rest and renewal. Scientists believe oxytocin may be one of the oldest molecules linking connection and survival. It reminds the body that safety allows healing, that peace follows affection. In moments of love or kindness, chemistry shifts quietly in every cell. The same molecule that binds hearts also mends flesh, a perfect symmetry between the emotional and physical worlds of human life. The body knows how to shut down inflammation after healing. Inflammation is essential for repair, but it must end once the work is done. The body contains built-in systems that sense when the threat is gone and release molecules called resolvins to bring the process to a close. These compounds clear away immune cells, calm blood vessels, and restore normal circulation. Without them, inflammation would linger, damaging healthy tissue. The resolution phase is an elegant dance of restraint, as if the body knows that silence is as important as action. Diets rich in omega-3 fats and restful sleep support this cooling stage, ensuring that repair turns into restoration. Healing depends not only on what begins it, but on what ends it gracefully. The ability to stop fighting is part of survival. Within this quiet completion, the body remembers how to move from struggle back into peace. Pain teaches the brain to protect and eventually to let go. Pain is a messenger, not an enemy. It alerts the nervous system to injury, forcing the body to pause and protect itself. Over time, the brain learns from the experience, adjusting posture, movement, and awareness to prevent further harm. When healing is complete, pain gradually diminishes, its lesson absorbed into reflex and memory. Sometimes, though, the signal persists beyond its purpose, requiring conscious relearning. Techniques like mindfulness and gentle motion retrain the brain to recognize safety, quieting unnecessary alarms. The process transforms pain from suffering into information, from warning into wisdom. This evolution mirrors the body's larger goal: to survive, learn, and adapt. Pain is the beginning of awareness, but release is its completion. Healing arrives when the body realizes it no longer needs to guard, when it finally understands that danger has passed and peace can return. Some people can learn to control their immune systems. Through focused breathing and cold exposure, certain individuals have demonstrated the ability to influence immune responses once thought automatic. By training the mind to remain calm during physical stress, they trigger shifts in adrenaline and cortisol that reshape inflammation. Research shows measurable changes in immune activity, with reduced cytokine release and faster recovery from illness. This control is not mystical but neural, relying on deliberate activation of pathways between the brain and body. It proves that consciousness can modulate systems long believed beyond voluntary influence. Even short practices of controlled breathing can improve circulation, oxygen levels, and immune balance. The discovery challenges old assumptions about separation between mind and matter. With focus, humans can become participants in their own physiology, guiding it toward equilibrium. Healing, in this light, becomes not only passive recovery, but active dialogue between awareness and biology. Cold exposure can trigger cellular cleanup processes. When the body encounters cold, it initiates protective programs that sharpen resilience. One of these is autophagy, the cellular cleanup process that removes damaged components and recycles them into new energy. Cold exposure also releases norepinephrine, improving focus and reducing inflammation. Blood vessels constrict to preserve warmth, then reopen with increased flow once the body rewarms, enhancing circulation. Over time, regular brief exposure to cold strengthens mitochondria and supports immune function. This reaction is part stress and part renewal, a reminder that challenge often leads to growth. The cells treat the cold as a signal to refresh themselves, clearing waste and preparing for balance. Whether through cold water, winter air, or icy showers, the effect is the same. A small, controlled discomfort that awakens the ancient systems of adaptation and leaves the body stronger, cleaner, and quietly reborn. Fasting helps cells recycle damaged parts. Periods without food trigger a remarkable shift in the body's priorities. Instead of building and storing, cells turn inward to repair. Through autophagy, they break down damaged proteins and malfunctioning organelles, recycling them into usable energy. This internal housekeeping reduces inflammation, improves metabolism, and slows cellular aging. Fasting does not mean deprivation. It means redirection, giving the body time to focus on renewal rather than digestion. Hormones like insulin drop while growth hormone rises, preserving muscle and encouraging tissue restoration. The mind may quiet too, releasing clarity as the body cleans itself. Ancient traditions intuited these rhythms long before science explained them. Within each pause, the body finds efficiency. Healing sometimes requires not adding more, but removing what no longer serves. In the stillness of fasting, the body listens deeply to itself, rewriting its chemistry toward balance and renewal. The body's repair systems work in rhythmic waves. Inside every organ, healing follows cycles of activation and rest. Genes involved in repair switch on and off throughout the day, synchronized with the body's circadian rhythm. During rest, energy is directed toward rebuilding tissues and clearing toxins. During wakefulness, attention shifts to defense and function. Even at the microscopic level, repair occurs in pulses rather than steady flow, as enzymes, hormones, and immune cells move in timed bursts. When these rhythms are disrupted by poor sleep or irregular habits, recovery slows. Restoring regularity allows the body to enter its natural cadence again. Each wave of repair builds upon the last, like tides reshaping a shore. Healing is rarely linear. It is cyclical, an endless motion between effort and ease. Within that rhythm, balance is found, and the body learns once more how to renew itself with grace and precision. Each organ has its own daily schedule of renewal. Every system in the body keeps time. The liver performs its detoxifying work mostly at night, while muscles rebuild during sleep. The brain clears away waste products in the early morning hours, and the skin repairs damage best in darkness. These patterns are written into cellular clocks that anticipate the day's cycles rather than simply react to them. Disrupting this timing with irregular sleep or constant artificial light confuses the body's repair schedule, delaying recovery. Aligning lifestyle to the natural flow of day and night brings harmony back. Eating, resting, and exercising at consistent times strengthens these internal rhythms. Each organ knows when to cleanse, when to work, and when to heal. In following the rhythm of the earth, the body finds its own, and healing becomes a dance of timing rather than force. Nature, after all, has always healed through rhythm. Wounds heal more slowly in space without gravity. In microgravity, the body behaves differently. Blood and fluids drift upward, immune cells slow their movement, and tissue repair becomes disorganized. Without the pull of gravity, cellular communication falters and wounds close more slowly. Astronauts experience this firsthand, forcing scientists to study how mechanical forces influence healing. Gravity helps guide circulation and provides the subtle tension that keeps cells oriented. On Earth, this constant pressure aids regeneration, keeping tissues active and aligned. In space, the absence of weight reveals how dependent we are on planetary conditions for health. Experiments aboard orbital stations have led to new insights about bone loss, muscle regeneration, and wound repair. What seems like stillness in space is actually a test of balance. Healing, it turns out, is not only chemistry but physics, a partnership between the body and the invisible pull that anchors it to home. Astronauts use red light to help tissue recovery. During missions beyond Earth, where wounds heal slowly and stress runs high, astronauts rely on red light therapy to aid recovery. The wavelengths stimulate mitochondria, boosting energy production inside cells that have been disrupted by microgravity. This extra energy fuels collagen formation, reduces inflammation, and speeds repair of muscle and bone. The light also helps regulate circadian rhythm in the absence of natural sunrise and sunset, allowing the body to maintain its cycles of rest and activity. On Earth, similar technology is used to treat burns, scars, and muscle fatigue. It is a reminder that even in the void of space, the principles of healing remain tied to light and rhythm. The same gentle glow that nurtures life on our planet follows humanity into orbit, carrying the memory of sunlight as medicine for the body's unending renewal. Your heart creates new cells throughout your life. Once believed to be incapable of regeneration, the heart actually renews a small fraction of its cells each year. Though the process is slow, it continues from youth into old age, replacing worn cells with fresh ones formed from resident progenitor cells. Exercise and emotional balance support this renewal, improving circulation and reducing stress on the tissue. Over decades, the cumulative effect helps maintain function and resilience. The heart's persistence is one of biology's quiet miracles, its unbroken rhythm accompanied by ongoing transformation. It carries not just blood, but continuity, replacing pieces of itself without pause. Each new cell joins the chorus of muscle fibers, keeping time with the same steady pulse that began before birth. Even as the body ages, the heart remembers how to grow, proving that within its ceaseless labor lies the promise of gentle regeneration. The brain's immune cells help clear away dead neurons. Inside the brain, a specialized army called microglia moves constantly among neurons, cleaning and protecting. When a neuron dies or becomes damaged, these cells engulf the debris, preventing inflammation and freeing space for new connections. During sleep, microglia become especially active, sweeping away waste and toxins. This nightly cleansing supports learning and memory, allowing the brain to stay sharp and healthy. Without this maintenance, cellular clutter would accumulate, slowing communication and harming function. The brain's immune cells work with precision, knowing when to act and when to rest. They represent the body's ability to heal even within the mind, turning loss into renewal. Every act of forgetting, every dream that fades, may be part of this hidden housekeeping, keeping the vast network clear for tomorrow's thoughts. Within their quiet labor, the brain's immune cells preserve both clarity and peace. Microglia rebuild synaptic connections after injury. When the brain suffers trauma, microglia shift roles from cleaners to builders. They release molecules that encourage neurons to extend new branches and form fresh synapses, repairing broken circuits. This process can take weeks or months, but it reflects the same regenerative intelligence found throughout the body. Microglia communicate with other support cells, coordinating a slow symphony of recovery. The environment they create determines how completely function returns. Gentle stimulation, learning, and sensory input guide their work, reminding the brain of the patterns it once held. Each spark of recollection is a step toward reconstruction. Even after damage, the neural web can find new paths, proof that healing in the brain is not a single event, but a continuing process of adaptation. In the silent dark of thought, these cells rebuild connection, one tiny bridge of light at a time. The blood-brain barrier repairs itself after trauma. The brain is protected by a delicate boundary that filters what enters from the bloodstream. When injury or illness disrupts this barrier, harmful molecules can leak in, causing inflammation. Yet the body quickly begins to mend this invisible wall. Endothelial cells along the brain's capillaries tighten their junctions, guided by chemical cues from nearby neurons and immune cells. Astrocytes extend their star-shaped arms, releasing growth factors that seal the barrier again. Within days or weeks, balance is often restored, preventing further harm. This process demonstrates how even the most complex systems possess inherent repair mechanisms. The blood-brain barrier is not rigid, it is alive, flexible, and vigilant. Its recovery mirrors the brain's own resilience, an elegant reminder that protection and healing are woven together. Within this constant maintenance lies the quiet assurance that the mind can guard itself while learning how to mend. The heart can form new vessels after blockage. When blood flow to the heart is obstructed, the body does not simply accept defeat. Deep within the muscle, cells release signals that attract the growth of new blood vessels. These vessels form delicate bridges around the blockage, reconnecting tissue with the oxygen it needs to survive. The process is slow, quiet, and beautifully adaptive. It is guided by chemical gradients that act like invisible trails through the damaged landscape. Each new vessel learns where to go by sensing where oxygen is most scarce. Over time, this spontaneous repair can restore circulation to areas that were once starved. Exercise, gentle movement, and balanced nutrition all encourage this regeneration. The heart, it seems, is never content to surrender. It responds to adversity with architecture, carving new pathways for life to continue its flow. Every beat carries the promise of recovery, shaped by nature's determination to endure. Collateral circulation acts like a natural bypass. Hidden within the body is an extraordinary system of backup routes for blood flow. These are tiny, often unused vessels that remain dormant until they are needed. When a major artery becomes narrowed or blocked, these small channels expand and open, creating alternate paths for blood to reach the same destination. It is nature's own version of a detour, a quiet engineering marvel that protects vital tissues from loss. Collateral circulation forms gradually, guided by pressure differences and biochemical messages. The more it is gently stimulated by movement and oxygen demand, the stronger it becomes. This hidden network is one reason some people survive heart or brain blockages better than others. It is not luck, but preparation, written into the very design of the circulatory system. When one road closes, another awakens, ensuring that life continues to move with astonishing resilience. Scar tissue in the heart can remodel over time. After injury, the heart forms scar tissue that once seemed permanent. Yet even scars are not lifeless. Over months and years, cells within them can shift, soften, and reorganize. Fibroblasts, the builders of connective tissue, may transform into muscle-like cells, helping the heart regain flexibility. This gradual remodeling improves the heart's ability to contract and pump blood. Scientists have discovered that electrical signals, hormones, and subtle mechanical forces all guide this transformation. The heart's healing is therefore not static but dynamic, a long conversation between stability and renewal. Exercise, nutrition, and reduced stress can all influence this process, encouraging strength without stiffness. Even damaged tissue retains the memory of rhythm, slowly aligning itself again with the pulse of life. In its own quiet way, the heart proves that even scars are capable of growth, turning injury into endurance and memory into motion. Capillaries grow toward oxygen-starved tissue. When cells are deprived of oxygen, they release distress signals that summon help. In response, the body grows new capillaries to deliver fresh blood to those areas. This process, known as angiogenesis, unfolds with microscopic precision. Endothelial cells, which line existing vessels, begin to branch out, following gradients of chemical guidance like explorers seeking air. They weave new networks that intertwine with old ones, restoring circulation where it was once lost. This capacity for self-expansion is vital during wound healing, muscle growth, and recovery from injury. The same mechanism even helps transplanted organs connect to their new environment. Each tiny vessel is a thread in the body's living fabric, spun exactly where it is needed. The result is not random growth, but an elegant response to need. Within every repair, the circulatory system listens, learns, and rebuilds the map of life. Old cells release chemicals that summon replacements. When cells approach the end of their lifespan, they do not simply fade away. Before they are cleared, they release signals that call younger cells to take their place. These molecules attract stem cells and immune cells, orchestrating the cleanup and renewal of tissue. It is a biological relay race, where the baton of function is passed from old to new. Scientists call this process senescence-associated signaling, and though it may sound technical, it is deeply poetic. It ensures that every part of you remains in dialogue with its own aging, never fully stagnant. The dying cells announce their departure with instructions for regeneration, transforming decline into opportunity. This communication is part of what keeps tissues balanced, preventing chaos and maintaining form. Even in endings, there is creation. The body, ever efficient, uses loss as a language through which it reminds itself how to begin again. Skin cells crawl across wounds to rejoin edges. When the skin is broken, tiny cells at the edges begin to move. They flatten, extend microscopic arms, and crawl toward each other like explorers crossing a desert. Guided by electrical fields and chemical gradients, they sense where the wound lies open and where it has begun to close. Their movement is slow but determined, a collective migration of thousands of individual lives working as one. Behind them, new layers form, sealing the gap from below while restoring structure above. This cellular choreography is so intricate that scientists have compared it to a dance. Once the surface meets, the cells stop, understanding through molecular feedback that the work is complete. In every healed scratch or cut lies this silent drama of motion and communication. The skin does not wait for instruction. It knows how to find its other half and become whole once more. Fibroblasts weave collagen like biological thread. In the depths of a healing wound, fibroblasts arrive like skilled weavers. They spin strands of collagen that cross and knot together, forming a scaffold for new tissue. These threads are flexible yet strong, allowing the wound to pull together while maintaining shape. As healing progresses, the fibroblasts adjust the weave, replacing early rough fibers with refined ones that better match the surrounding skin. Collagen's shimmering structure gives tissue its strength and texture. Without these microscopic artisans, no cut would ever close. They respond to growth factors, electrical signals, and mechanical tension, shaping each repair to fit the body's needs. Over time, the scaffold they create becomes indistinguishable from the tissue it replaced. Fibroblasts remind us that healing is as much craft as science, a slow artistry performed beneath awareness, one thread of collagen at a time. Macrophages switch roles once the battle is won. When an injury occurs, macrophages rush to the site like soldiers, engulfing bacteria and debris. Once the danger passes, they undergo a profound transformation. Their chemistry changes, and they begin to release molecules that calm inflammation and guide tissue repair. They shift from destroyers to rebuilders, from defense to restoration. This duality makes them one of the most important regulators of healing. Without the switch, inflammation would linger and damage healthy cells. Their ability to sense when to fight and when to nurture defines the balance of recovery. These immune guardians also communicate with fibroblasts and stem cells, directing the rebuilding of tissue architecture. Their behavior shows that healing is never only about resistance. It is about knowing when to yield. Within their transformation lies the wisdom of balance, proving that every phase of repair requires both strength and surrender. Platelets are the architects of early tissue repair. When bleeding begins, platelets rush in first. They are not just fragments of cells, but intelligent responders armed with chemical instructions. Upon contact with a wound, they stick together to form a clot, halting blood loss. Yet their role does not end there. They release growth factors that summon fibroblasts, white blood cells, and endothelial cells to start reconstruction. Each platelet becomes a small messenger of architecture, mapping the repair site and directing the work ahead. In the process, they transform from simple patches into conductors of healing. Modern medicine now uses concentrated platelet therapy to accelerate recovery, mimicking what the body already knows. The clot that forms after an injury is not simply a plug, it is the blueprint of renewal, drawn in living tissue. Through the silent labor of these ancient particles, the body begins its art of restoration. Pain signals tell the brain where to focus healing. Pain is not an accident of biology, it is a guiding signal. When tissue is injured, Nerve endings send alerts through electrical impulses that inform the brain where attention is required. The brain responds by increasing blood flow, releasing anti-inflammatory compounds, and activating repair pathways in that region. Although pain feels like suffering, it is also direction. It teaches both the conscious mind and the body where care must go. Over time, as healing completes, the nerves reduce their signaling and calm returns. In some cases, chronic pain means the message loop has not yet closed, requiring retraining through movement and mindfulness. Pain, then, is not only a warning, but a dialogue. It helps the body learn, adapt, and refine its defenses. Beneath every ache lies the ancient intelligence of survival, guiding the body's hand toward its own repair. The brain stores immune memories like lessons learned. When the immune system fights infection, it leaves behind a record in the brain. Certain neurons store patterns of stress response and recovery, allowing faster, more efficient coordination next time. The brain and immune system communicate through shared molecules, including cytokines and neurotransmitters. This memory shapes how future healing unfolds, teaching the body to respond with precision instead of panic. Emotional state also plays a role. Calm minds create gentler immune patterns, while fear or exhaustion can exaggerate inflammation. The body and mind, therefore, evolve together through each encounter. Healing is not simply physical repair, but the refinement of wisdom across systems. With every recovery, the brain remembers how resilience feels. These imprints become part of your internal library of survival, ensuring that each future battle begins with the quiet confidence of one who has healed before. Hormones coordinate healing between organs. The body's endocrine system acts as an orchestra conductor, ensuring that every organ heals in tune with the others. Hormones like cortisol, growth hormone, insulin, and thyroid hormone all send signals that influence repair. When one system falters, others adjust to compensate. Growth hormone stimulates cell division, while insulin ensures that glucose reaches tissues in need. Thyroid hormones regulate energy use during rebuilding, and cortisol manages inflammation to prevent overreaction. Each molecule travels through the bloodstream, carrying messages of timing and proportion. The result is a harmony that allows the body to heal as a unified whole. Stress, fatigue, and malnutrition can distort this balance, creating discord among the systems. Rest and nourishment restore rhythm. The body's chemistry is an ongoing conversation, not between isolated organs, but among partners that know how to cooperate in the ancient music of renewal. Estrogen speeds wound closure. Among its many roles, estrogen serves as a subtle but powerful healer. It enhances blood flow to damaged tissue, boosts collagen production, and supports the migration of skin cells that close wounds. It also helps regulate inflammation, ensuring that the initial immune response does not linger too long. Studies show that wounds heal faster and with less scarring in environments rich in this hormone. Beyond reproduction, estrogen maintains vascular flexibility, bone strength, and cellular communication. During menopause, when levels decline, healing can slow, but nutrition and rest can compensate by supporting the same pathways. The molecule itself is a symbol of regeneration, balancing strength with softness, defense with grace. Through estrogen, the body remembers that healing is not just repair but renewal, a returning to form guided by an invisible thread that ties life cycles together in quiet continuity. Testosterone can slow certain healing processes. Testosterone drives growth, strength, and endurance, yet it can also temper the pace of recovery. High levels sometimes suppress the immune response, reducing inflammation too early and delaying tissue repair. This is why wounds in men may close more slowly than in women, whose estrogen aids recovery. However, testosterone plays a balancing role in maintaining muscle mass and bone density, which are essential for long-term resilience. The body constantly fine-tunes these hormones to match circumstance. Stress, exercise, and nutrition all influence how they act. Rather than simply helping or hindering, testosterone modulates healing to conserve resources, preventing overreaction that could lead to chronic inflammation. It reflects the body's nuanced intelligence, reminding us that repair is not just about speed, but sustainability. Every hormone serves the greater harmony, guiding energy toward balance, adaptation, and survival. Insulin-like growth factor stimulates tissue repair. Insulin-like growth factor, often abbreviated as IGF, plays a vital role in cellular renewal. It is released in response to growth hormone and encourages cells to divide, differentiate, and build new structures. After injury, IGF floods into the damaged area, supporting muscle regeneration, bone growth, and even nerve recovery. It also promotes collagen production, strengthening newly formed tissue. Levels of this factor rise during deep sleep, which is one reason rest is essential for healing. Nutrition rich in protein and natural carbohydrates helps sustain its function, allowing the body to rebuild efficiently. IGF acts like a foreman on a construction site, coordinating the workers of cellular repair. Too little, and the process slows too much, and balance is lost. Its precise control demonstrates nature's elegance, where every signal knows its timing. Within this molecule lies the quiet drive of growth itself. Adrenaline narrows blood vessels but can delay regrowth. In moments of danger or stress, adrenaline surges through the bloodstream, sharpening focus and preparing the body for action. One of its immediate effects is to constrict blood vessels, conserving blood for vital organs. While this helps in emergencies, it can slow healing if stress remains constant. Reduced circulation means fewer nutrients and immune cells reach the tissues that need them most. Over time, chronic adrenaline exposure can delay regeneration, leaving wounds slower to close and energy harder to recover. The solution is not to eliminate stress entirely, but to release it after the moment has passed. Deep breathing, rest, and gentle movement help reopen vessels and restore normal flow. The body's design assumes cycles of tension and release, not endless alertness. Healing resumes naturally when calm returns, reminding us that stillness is as necessary for survival as action itself. The heart releases healing peptides when stressed. Even under strain, the heart protects itself. When blood pressure rises or volume increases, the heart releases peptides called natriuretic factors. These molecules relax blood vessels, reduce fluid overload, and lower strain on the heart walls. They also influence kidneys and hormones, coordinating the body's effort to restore balance. Beyond this immediate effect, these peptides have subtle healing qualities, promoting vessel repair and reducing inflammation. They act as the heart's own voice of self-preservation, a chemical reassurance that it knows how to recover from pressure. Researchers are exploring how to harness these molecules in medicine to treat heart failure and hypertension. The heart, it seems, is both engine and guardian, equipped with internal mechanisms for healing. Every surge of effort is matched by a signal of relief, maintaining the rhythm of endurance through the delicate art of self-regulation. The immune system follows a 24-hour rhythm. Like the rest of the body, immunity keeps time. White blood cells patrol more actively during certain hours. Inflammation peaks and ebbs, and antibody production follows daily patterns linked to light and darkness. This rhythm ensures that defense and repair occur when they are most needed. During sleep, the immune system shifts into maintenance mode, reviewing the day's encounters and preparing for the next. Disrupting this cycle through poor rest or irregular schedules confuses the immune network, weakening response. Synchronizing daily life with natural rhythms strengthens immunity, improving recovery from illness or injury. Even vaccinations work more effectively when given at optimal times of day. The body's clock is not confined to the brain, it ticks within every cell, aligning immunity with the greater cycles of the earth. In harmony with the sun and night, healing becomes a perfectly timed dance of defense and renewal. Cortisol peaks at dawn to end the night's healing cycle. As morning light touches the eyelids, the adrenal glands release a pulse of cortisol that wakes the body. This hormone signals the end of deep repair and the beginning of alertness. Throughout the night, inflammation and growth processes are at their peak, but cortisol gently winds them down, preventing overreaction. It clears away excess immune cells and resets energy metabolism for the coming day. Too much cortisol, however, can suppress healing, while too little can leave inflammation unchecked. The rhythm is delicate and vital. Maintaining consistent sleep patterns allows this natural wave to rise and fall in harmony. Cortisol is often misunderstood as a stress hormone, yet in balance it is an agent of order, closing one chapter of the body's daily renewal and opening the next. Each sunrise is a signal to complete the night's quiet labor and begin again with restored strength. Vitamin C is essential for collagen formation. Without sufficient vitamin C, the body cannot properly create collagen, the protein that forms skin, ligaments, and blood vessels. This nutrient acts as a cofactor for enzymes that cross-link collagen fibers, giving them strength and flexibility. It also supports the immune system and neutralizes free radicals that can damage tissue during healing. Humans, unlike many animals, cannot produce this vitamin internally and must obtain it through food. Deficiency once led to scurvy among sailors, whose wounds reopened and gums bled, until citrus fruits were discovered as a cure. Today, vitamin C remains fundamental for every stage of repair, from sealing skin to rebuilding bone. It concentrates in white blood cells and the adrenal glands, serving both defense and recovery. Its role is a reminder that healing depends on harmony between chemistry and nourishment, and that even the smallest molecules hold great power in renewal. Zinc helps cells divide during recovery. Zinc is one of the body's most essential trace elements, a quiet architect of renewal. When tissues are damaged, this mineral becomes a cornerstone of repair. It assists enzymes that copy DNA, allowing new cells to divide and replace the old. It also stabilizes cell membranes, reducing oxidative damage during inflammation. Zinc helps white blood cells fight infection and encourages fibroblasts to produce collagen, giving strength to new skin and muscle. Without it, wounds linger and immune function weakens. The body keeps only small reserves, so a steady intake through diet is vital. Foods like seeds, legumes, and grains carry the mineral that silently supports countless microscopic acts of creation. Each molecule contributes to the rebuilding of tissue, to the resilience of the skin, and to the strength of recovery itself. In its simplicity, zinc holds the pattern of restoration that every cell understands. Protein is the raw material of regeneration. Every act of healing depends on protein. Within its long chains of amino acids lie the instructions for repair, the tools for structure, and the fuel for restoration. After injury, the body increases its demand for these building blocks, drawing on dietary sources to create collagen, enzymes, antibodies, and new muscle fibers. Without sufficient protein, wounds close slowly, immunity falters, and tissues weaken. The body prioritizes repair above growth, diverting amino acids wherever they are most needed. Even hair and nails slow their progress so that deeper systems can mend first. A balanced supply ensures harmony, feeding both surface and core. Protein is more than nutrition. It is participation in life's endless renewal. Each bite of food becomes part of your recovery story, transformed into strength and stability through chemistry that has been unfolding since the dawn of living matter. Wounds heal more slowly without enough iron. Iron is best known for carrying oxygen, but its importance extends far deeper. It fuels the production of collagen, supports immune cells, and powers the enzymes that generate energy for repair. When iron is scarce, tissues starve for oxygen, and the machinery of healing slows. Pale skin, fatigue, and lingering wounds often hint at this quiet deficiency. In recovery, red blood cells act as couriers, delivering oxygen to every cell that builds new tissue. Without iron's guidance, that delivery falters. Restoring balance through food or supplements reawakens the rhythm of regeneration, recharging every system. Leafy greens, lentils, and whole grains provide the mineral that rekindles vitality. The process is simple but profound. Oxygen arrives, cells awaken, and life resumes its flow. Iron is not merely metal. It is breath condensed into mineral form, carrying the will of life into every corner of the body. The microbiome trains the immune system to respond calmly. Within the gut lives an ecosystem that quietly teaches balance. Trillions of microbes communicate with immune cells, showing them how to recognize threats without overreacting. This education begins at birth and continues throughout life. A diverse microbiome helps the immune system distinguish friend from foe, reducing unnecessary inflammation that can slow healing. When these bacterial communities thrive, recovery is smoother and infections are less severe. They produce compounds that calm the nervous system and nourish the lining of the gut, strengthening the body's first barrier of defense. Diet, sleep, and even emotion influence their harmony. Fermented foods and fiber provide sustenance for these microscopic partners, ensuring they can continue their work. Healing is not only human, it is cooperative. Deep inside, millions of unseen lives keep the body's defenses wise and measured, maintaining peace in a microscopic world that sustains us all. Probiotics can speed recovery after antibiotics. Antibiotics save lives by destroying harmful bacteria, but they also disrupt the beneficial ones that live within the body. When this balance is broken, digestion falters and inflammation can rise. Probiotics restore harmony, replenishing the species that keep immunity calm and nutrients flowing. These friendly bacteria produce vitamins, strengthen the gut wall, and send soothing chemical signals throughout the body. During recovery, they reduce inflammation and help re-establish a peaceful internal environment where healing thrives. Fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, and sauerkraut deliver natural probiotics that colonize the gut anew. The process is gentle but transformative, reminding the immune system how to behave with precision rather than force. In every restored colony of microbes, the body finds another rhythm of renewal. The relationship between human and bacteria is ancient, a shared memory of survival that continues to shape the story of healing today. Chronic stress suppresses the immune system's response. When the mind perceives danger, stress hormones flood the body to prepare for survival. If this state continues without pause, these same hormones begin to suppress immunity. White blood cells lose efficiency, inflammation lingers, and recovery slows. The body stays alert but cannot rebuild. Over time, chronic stress steals the energy required for healing, redirecting it toward vigilance instead of repair. Even small wounds may take longer to close, and infections can become more frequent. Calming the nervous system reverses this pattern. Breathing deeply, sleeping well, and practicing stillness reduce cortisol levels, allowing immunity to rise again. The connection between peace of mind and physical restoration is profound. The body thrives in safety, not in strain. Each time you allow calm to return, healing resumes its natural rhythm, proving that serenity itself is a form of medicine written into every living cell. The brain and the immune system talk constantly. For centuries, science believed the brain and the immune system were separate. Modern research reveals they are in constant communication. Tiny molecules and nerve fibers carry messages back and forth, allowing thoughts to influence inflammation and immune activity. Stress, joy, fear, and hope all alter this dialogue. A positive emotional state can trigger signals that enhance defense and repair, while persistent anxiety can slow both. Immune cells in the brain, called microglia, even adjust behavior based on this chemistry, affecting memory and mood. The relationship is circular. A healthy brain supports strong immunity, and balanced immunity supports a clear mind. Every feeling leaves a biological trace, guiding cells toward action or rest. The partnership between mind and body is not metaphor but biology, an intimate conversation that shapes every recovery, every calm breath, and every quiet moment of resilience. Emotions influence how quickly a wound closes. Healing is not only chemical but emotional. Studies show that people who feel supported, optimistic, or content heal faster after injury or surgery. Negative emotions like anxiety and loneliness release stress hormones that constrict blood vessels and limit immune activity. Joy, laughter, and calm, by contrast, expand circulation and accelerate tissue repair. The body listens closely to the tone of the mind. When the heart feels safe, blood flow increases, inflammation decreases, and cells work together more efficiently. This connection is so strong that even recalling a happy memory can raise the temperature of the skin slightly, signaling increased circulation. Emotion writes directly into biology, shaping outcomes on a cellular level. The lesson is simple yet profound. Every comforting thought, every shared kindness, feeds the body's quiet need to heal, turning feeling itself into a force of restoration. Optimism can lower inflammation markers in the blood. People who hold hopeful outlooks show lower levels of inflammatory markers such as C-reactive protein and interleukins. This effect is measurable and consistent. Optimism influences the brain's regulation of stress hormones, keeping cortisol balanced and the immune system efficient. Hopeful individuals recover more quickly from surgery, infection, and chronic illness. The act of expecting good outcomes changes physiology, increasing nitric oxide levels that improve blood flow and reduce pressure on vessels. The chemistry of optimism is not naive. It is deeply biological. Positive thinking helps maintain flexibility in blood vessels and steadiness in heartbeat, creating a body environment that welcomes repair. Even small shifts toward gratitude or appreciation can trigger the same cascade. The body reflects the mind's expectations. To believe in healing is to create conditions for it, a partnership between perception and the ancient logic of regeneration. Laughter boosts circulation and immune function. The physical act of laughing is a symphony of biology. Muscles contract and release, lungs fill with oxygen, and the heart pumps faster before settling into calm. This cycle enhances circulation, clears stress hormones, and increases the activity of natural killer cells that defend the body against infection. Laughter also triggers the release of endorphins, the body's natural pain relievers. These chemicals quiet tension and foster well-being long after the laughter fades. Shared humor deepens social bonds, strengthening the emotional support networks that accelerate recovery. The entire process is the body's joyful rehearsal of healing. Even simulated laughter, practiced without humor, can evoke the same responses. The body does not need a reason to smile. It needs only the motion. Within that movement, chemistry shifts toward balance. Each laugh becomes a breath of renewal, echoing through the heart and bloodstream like gentle medicine. Touch reduces the body's production of stress hormones. The warmth of touch carries a signal more ancient than language. When skin meets skin in trust, the brain releases oxytocin and reduces cortisol, easing the load on the heart and immune system. Gentle touch slows breathing, lowers blood pressure, and calms the vagus nerve, which connects emotion to organ function. Hospitals that incorporate massage and therapeutic touch see measurable improvements in recovery and patient comfort. Even brief contact, a hand on the shoulder or a reassuring embrace, can shift the entire physiology toward peace. The skin contains millions of receptors tuned to pressure, texture, and warmth, each sending messages of safety to the brain. These messages ripple through every system, transforming the chemistry of stress into the chemistry of healing. Through touch, the body remembers its connection to others, and, in that remembrance, finds the calm required to mend. Meditation can lower blood pressure and aid healing. Stillness changes the body from the inside. During meditation, the heart rate slows, blood vessels relax, and the brain's electrical activity shifts into synchronized patterns of calm. These changes lower blood pressure and improve circulation to tissues in need of repair. Regular practice reduces inflammation and enhances the function of the immune system. It also rewires neural pathways associated with fear and stress, creating resilience that extends beyond the session itself. The silence of meditation is not emptiness but restoration, allowing the body's internal rhythms to realign. Each slow breath draws chemistry toward harmony. Over time, the physical benefits accumulate, measurable in improved heart variability, hormonal balance, and emotional steadiness. In the still center of the mind, the body finds its deepest repair, proving that rest can be as powerful as motion in the art of healing. Gratitude activates brain regions linked to regeneration. When gratitude is sincerely felt, the brain lights up in regions associated with reward, empathy, and decision-making. This activation reduces stress responses and increases parasympathetic activity, which promotes healing. Grateful reflection lowers blood pressure, stabilizes glucose levels, and decreases the production of inflammatory molecules. It shifts focus from scarcity to abundance, training the brain to recognize safety rather than threat. Over time, this rewiring becomes habit, fostering a constant state of calm that supports physical recovery. Even writing down moments of appreciation can alter neural activity, sending signals through the body that all is well. Gratitude is more than emotion. It is physiological coherence. In the simple act of noticing goodness, the body receives permission to rest, to rebuild, and to thrive. The heart and mind synchronize, and healing becomes not a goal, but a natural state of being. Deep breathing changes the chemistry of stress hormones. Each breath is a conversation between body and brain. When you inhale slowly and deeply, sensors in the lungs send messages to the nervous system that safety has returned. The result is a decrease in cortisol and adrenaline, replaced by a rise in endorphins and serotonin. Blood pressure lowers, oxygen saturation improves, and inflammation begins to subside. Deep breathing also increases heart rate variability, a key measure of resilience. The diaphragm acts like a gentle pump for the lymphatic system, aiding detoxification and circulation. Within minutes, the entire body shifts from defense to repair. The simplicity of breath hides immense power. With nothing more than air and awareness, you can reshape the chemistry of recovery. Each exhalation releases tension. Each inhalation invites renewal. breathing deeply is not just calming. It is biological healing in its purest, most accessible form. Heart rate variability reflects how well you recover. The tiny variations between each heartbeat reveal profound truths about health. High variability means that the nervous system is flexible, able to shift smoothly between alertness and rest. Low variability signals chronic stress, fatigue, or illness. This subtle rhythm mirrors the body's capacity for adaptation and healing. When calm practices like breathing, sleep, and gratitude increase variability, inflammation decreases and recovery accelerates. Athletes, doctors, and researchers use this measure to assess resilience, but the body has known it all along. The heart's rhythm is an ongoing story of balance. It does not need perfection, only responsiveness. A flexible heartbeat means a responsive system, one that can meet challenge with grace. The secret language of heart rate variability is the rhythm of healing itself, a constant reminder that health is not stillness, but the ability to move fluidly between strain and serenity. Neuroplasticity lets the brain heal after injury. The brain possesses an extraordinary gift. It can change itself. When neurons are lost or damaged, surrounding ones can form new pathways to restore function. This adaptability, called neuroplasticity, allows recovery from trauma, stroke, and disease once thought permanent. Repetition, focused practice, and sensory stimulation encourage these changes, helping the brain rewire itself to learn anew. The process is slow, guided by chemistry and perseverance, yet it never truly ends. Even in adulthood, fresh neurons emerge in certain regions, blending into networks of memory and movement. Every thought and experience subtly reshapes the architecture of the mind. Healing, therefore, is both physical and mental growth. Within each quiet moment of focus or curiosity, neurons reach toward each other like branches, weaving new patterns of understanding. The brain's plasticity is its promise that repair and learning are different names for the same wonder. Mirror therapy can help retrain nerves after amputation. When a limb is lost, the brain's map of the body remains, often causing sensations or pain where the limb once was. Mirror therapy uses reflection to re-educate the nervous system. By watching the remaining limb move in a mirror, the brain perceives it as the missing one, updating its internal image. This illusion restores coordination and can reduce phantom pain. Over time, the brain reorganizes itself, silencing unnecessary signals and reinforcing accurate ones. The therapy demonstrates how perception guides physiology and how imagination can reshape pain. Through this gentle exercise, the nervous system learns that the injury has healed and balance can return. What begins as a trick of reflection becomes genuine recovery, showing that healing sometimes arises not from fixing the body, but from teaching the mind to see differently, aligning illusion with the truth of wholeness. The body stores physical memories of trauma. Emotional experiences can leave physical imprints within muscles, posture, and breath. When trauma occurs, tension locks into tissues through patterns of stress hormones and muscle contraction. Over time, these stored memories may manifest as pain, stiffness, or fatigue. Gentle movement, therapy, and mindfulness help release them, allowing energy to flow freely again. The process is both biological and emotional. As muscles relax, the nervous system interprets safety, and the body lets go of vigilance. Scientific studies confirm that trauma can alter cellular signaling and even gene expression, influencing health long after the event. Healing means restoring communication between body and mind, allowing suppressed patterns to dissolve. As the body softens, awareness returns. Every stretch, every sigh, becomes an act of remembrance and release, transforming pain into understanding. The body never forgets, but it also never stops offering the chance to begin again. Healing can release old cellular stress patterns. Inside every cell, stress leaves subtle traces. Proteins misfolded, molecules oxidized, energy stores depleted. When healing begins, those patterns are revisited and cleared away. This cellular cleansing happens through processes like autophagy and mitochondrial renewal. It is both repair and reinvention, as the cell not only mends but learns. Emotional release often parallels this biology, as the nervous system sheds outdated patterns that once served protection. The body rebalances, the chemistry quiets, and a new equilibrium forms. Sometimes fatigue or vivid emotion accompanies this phase, signs that deep restoration is underway. Healing is not simply erasing damage, it is rewriting memory. Each cell, once burdened, becomes lighter, more efficient, and more alive. Within this quiet transformation, the entire organism realigns with its natural rhythm of vitality. The process reminds us that to heal fully is to remember peace on the smallest scale imaginable. Healing is the body's most ancient language of life. Before thought, before speech, before even consciousness, there was repair. Every cell on Earth carries within it the instinct to restore what is broken. This impulse predates evolution's complexity, stretching back billions of years to the first forms of life that learned how to persist. Healing is the foundation upon which survival stands. It is the translation of experience into adaptation, of injury into wisdom. Each scar, each renewal, is a phrase in that universal language. Across species and centuries, the message remains the same. Continue. Within this conversation, life speaks to itself through chemistry, rhythm, and light. Every heartbeat echoes the same declaration uttered by the earliest cell: I will go on. Healing, in its truest form, is not an act of fixing, but of remembering. It is life recognizing itself and choosing, once again, to begin. As we drift toward the end of this quiet journey, let yourself rest in the gentle truth that healing is not a single moment. It is the soft rhythm that continues beneath every breath. Even now, as you lie still, your body is at work in silence. Cells are rebuilding, nerves are rewiring, and the pulse of life is moving through you with perfect patience. Healing does not always announce itself. It is found in the moments when you exhale completely, when you forgive yourself for being tired, when you remember that rest is not idleness, but an act of trust. Every heartbeat, every dream, every small sigh in the dark is a note in the body's quiet song of renewal. You are not the same person who began this night. Somewhere deep inside, chemistry has shifted. Tension has loosened its grip. Your body knows what to do, and it has never forgotten. Even when pain feels endless, even when fatigue whispers otherwise, the will to mend remains steady, ancient, and sure. So let your thoughts drift like slow clouds. Let your breath lengthen and your shoulders soften. Feel how the air moves in and out, effortless and alive. That is life continuing its promise, weaving you back into balance, one calm moment at a time. Healing has been with you since the very beginning, written into every cell and carried in every drop of blood. It asks only that you listen, that you rest, that you allow the world to hold you as you are. If you enjoyed this quiet journey, I invite you to like, subscribe, or share a thought below. It helps others find their way here too, one sleepy soul at a time. For now, close your eyes and let go of the noise of waking life. Let stillness settle over you like a soft blanket. Feel your body ease into its own rhythm, calm and complete. Sleep well and good night.